Good afternoon, everybody. It's Gwen with Crafty Lady. I am back with a new journal that I just finished today. I've been working on it for a little bit, uh, but I just finished and I really, really like it. It measures 5 by 9 with a 2¼ inch spine. It has 7 signatures. There are 5 to 6 pages, uh, single pages in each signature, and it's got other pockets and etc. And we'll go through it, of course. So it has about 168 pages, more or less. It is all fabric. It is a kind of a silky like upholstery type fabric, kind of a goldish whatever with some flowers. And then, of course, it has the 2¼ inch spine, just plain on the back. Now, it is secured with sari silk, trying to get still on my new deal, having some issues. Um, it has I put a piece of I suppose you would call it, well, it's a wide weave type strip. Comes in a roll, and it's this is the width of it, and you can fringe it, which I did, and then I put some lace on top of that to give the lace more body. Then this is a Tim Holtz steel die that cuts out these uh, plates. And then this is a Tracy Fox, one of her little tea cards, and it is, oh, I just love it. It's a dragonfly. I cut out the plate. I think it's chipboard, and it's kind of a, oh, I don't know, basic no color. And then I just use some ink on top of it, and then I use some, oh, like, I forget the name of it. Oh, I can't think of it. It's kind of a gold rub type gel type thing. Nothing to the spine other than it's just all covered. Now, this is a takeoff on Mrs. Cog's tutorial that I just finished. It is different than Nick's, uh, which I like as well, but I absolutely love Nick's. But Mrs. Cog has a very, very detailed tutorial, so I use that. And as I say, it is secured with sari silk, with a grommet here and a grommet there. And this little, when you loop that through there, I was always told, or I heard years ago, that that is a oh, bird's beak. What is it? Swallow's beak. No, that's not it. it's, a, it's a beak. It's a bird's beak. So and then we go inside. It is a chunky monkey. I need to maybe take us out. Yeah, there, that's better. Okay, chunky monkey. When we open the inside cover, I made a pocket. Now, this is all fabric, but the inside is covered with one continuous piece of paper all the way through. That's Tim Holtz. No, I take that back. This is Graphic 45s. It's the back of another page, but the color correlated with my cover. But it is cardstock. So the inside cover, well, I've made a pocket out of some pieces, some ephemera I had, and then I've also put uh, the numbers on there, the number codes from our Nick. Oh, I just love them, and I made a whole bunch of them. Then I filled the pocket with about lost it. This is just a card, and I copied these off, and I don't recall who they are, and I apologize. I have bought so many ephemera downloads and digitals and whatever. Uh, so I printed this out, but then I printed it out on white paper, and then I attached it to some cardstock, so that goes in our pocket. This is a guest check that I embellish. I have made a ton of ephemera cards, and this is one of them. It has lace and fabric that I sewed on, and etc. Did some embellishing there as well. I've done a ton of ephemera. I'll put that in the back. This is a card that I downloaded as well, and then I attached it to some cardstock, and then I got a little piece of sari silk. Don't know whose this is either. I apologize. I can't remember. So this is the first page. Now, all the signatures are enclosed in a piece of Tim Holtz. Here we go. A piece of Tim Holtz cardstock that encases, and each one of them has a tab with a grommet. Now, I did not add little charms to each of the grommets. I just thought it would be too much with 7 signatures, but I did add the grommets. This is uh, a hidden paper clip that I made some time ago. I think I've shown these before if you've watched my videos, and it is a hidden. It's a hidden paper clip. When you open this up, this is an antique a crocheting page out of a magazine that was my mother's, and it is an antique. This is a pocket that I made. Now, this is an envelope, a number 10 envelope, folded up, and then I covered with Tim Holtz paper, and then I have zigzagged all the way around and did some inking, etc. I used the white thread. It's kind of hard to see. This is a tag that I pulled off the downloads. It goes. There's a pocket in the back because I just glued it down the 3 sides. This is a card, a postcard that I had in my stash, and I also there again put it on the back of paper. When I print these out, I usually print them out on 24, 32-pound paper. Excuse me. But I also put them on cardstock. I like more, add more body. This is just a little tag that has nothing on it, but you could journal on it. It has a longer string that I left on there. And we turn, now there is a lot of journaling pages. This has got a thank you stamp on it. This is a ledger piece. I copied off, and I've looked up some quotes, and I have printed them off, and then I have printed them. Well, I printed them. I downloaded them on Word, and then I printed them on copy dyed paper, and I've included them. And I'll have to turn it around to read it. It's by Elizabeth Gilbert. Embrace the glorious mess that you are. In other words, you are what you are, and be happy with it, which is sometimes hard to do, but it can be done. And then I did some stenciling, and there's a lot of blank pages. So it is a journal. This is a book page, and it is the inside of our first signature. I did the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I used binding thread that's waxed, which I always do. And then we go on. This is another pocket. Now, this is a card that I had. It's a bingo card. It's a piece of ephemera that I downloaded, and I did some stenciling up there. This, I filled this with a bingo card. I found these. I've had these a long time, and they're kind of heavy, but I really, really like them. So put in the bingo card in the bingo card. I didn't realize that, quite frankly. This is a Mrs. Coggs. I think this is a Mrs. Coggs download that I have, and I'm going to put that in the pocket as well. And then this is just a little piece of ephemera card that I have in my stash that I put there again on the back of some cardstock. When you open it up, this is the back part, and I did a little stenciling on there of the paper, blank paper. This is the back part of the crochet, and this is the back piece of Tim Holtz paper that has enclosed our first signature. This is our second signature. There again, it has the tab with the grommet. I did not put on, I've got some charms in here, but I didn't put them, I just thought it was too much. This is a policy envelope. I've shown these before. I bought these online. Really like them. They're kind of an odd size, and they work nicely. And I want to tell you, this sorry silk is fraying like crazy. So, and then I just have another one of the little tags that I've inserted. And we go on with another one of Mother's crochet pattern pages. Now this is an extra large, this is the front part of it, tag. And here I have added the bow pin or garment pin with a little key that you can see there. And then we go on, and then this is a piece of Edith Holden's book, September. Now this, oh, this is the inside of our second signature. This is an envelope, an enhanced envelope. I think I watched Gail, or I think it was Gail or Tracy, not Tracy, but Wendy of Journals of Adventure. This is in an envelope. It's in a, it may have been Tracy. I don't remember, and I apologize. I've made so much. It's an envelope. It's just a standard envelope. I've lined it with some coffee dyed paper and then stenciled on it. This is a piece of Edith Holden's, and I've done a zigzag, if you can see, zigzag all around that. And then on the front side of the envelope, I have added a flower and Edith Holden, and I made a little conglomerate here. This is lace with some flat back pearls. When you turn it over, the flap is enhanced with a piece of paper, some kind of paper. I don't know where it's from. I made this. It's just fabric and very thick. I made the flower. Now this is open where you could put something in it, and this is open as well where you can put something in it. These are double pockets, and I apologize. I think I got this from Gail, but I can't recall. So instead of it, so you could pull it out and you could utilize it for storage or whatever. I just flipped it over the page and I attached it with a paper clip. Now this paper clip, I took ink and Tim Holtz's ink and stained it. This is the back of Edith Holden's page. This is vacant. This is the bottom part of that extra large tag. Blank, another thing. There's the back part of that policy envelope, and there's the back part of our second page. This is our third, or a signature. This is our third signature. There again, we have another your word, paperclip, hidden paperclip, and I made these, and I've shown these before, and I forget, I watched somebody make these a long time ago. They're made with coin tubes, where you put 50 cents worth of pennies in that tube. So there again has a tab with a grommet. This is an Edith Holden page. This is the front part of another one of those extra large tags. And there again, it has a little bee on it on a garment pin. This is, now, there again, I think Gail made these quadruple, triple, whatever pockets. It's got 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 pockets. You could have this as a pocket, but I went ahead and glued it down. This is made out of paper. Book paper, and this is from an old book that I had. And there's a process of doing it. It's really clever. It's really, really easy. I made the pockets. I think it takes at least 2 pieces of paper, if I recall. And then I stamped on them, and then I zigzagged all the way around after I put them together. Now you have, here's just a picture of this one of Tim Holtz's. I put this, see, this goes all the way to the bottom if you want to. It's the longest one. This is, and there again, I fastened it all the way down. You don't have to. You could have another pocket. The second pocket, I just got a card of postcard, and these are just two little. And I don't know if these are Tracy's or Mrs. Cobb's. I apologize. So I just got two little small tags down at the bottom. So there you have it. Really clever, really easy, and I think it just it fills up really clever. This is a receipt, an old receipt, 18 something, I forget. This is the back part of a book page. Of course, this is Edith Holden. This is the center of our third signature. And we go on, and then there's a book page. There again, we've got a lot. That's the back part of that. Now, this is a pocket that I made. This is just with coffee dyed paper. It's very easy to make. You just fold it in half, fold a flat back to make this pocket, and then I just glued it down on three sides. There I did stamping. I stamped a little. I have a little bitty butterfly. I love that little stamp. And so you have two pockets here. So on the back, I just used a tag. There again, this is one of my downloads, my digitals. This is a tag that goes on top of that. And then this is just a postcard that goes down there. Love it. I love it. Very simple as well. That was mine. I just put it together. Edith Holden, there's the back part of that extra large book or tag. And this is the back part of our third signature. This is our fourth signature. There again, it has the tab with the grommet. It is encased in a Tim Holtz cover, book paper, blank page. Oh, look what I did. When I punched that, I accidentally punched that at the same time. I think it was Wendy that told us about that. When you when you use a crocodile, it's got two sides with holes, a small hole and a small hole and a bit. And so if you get that in between your paper, I'll have to cover that up or not, doesn't matter. So when I was punching this, I accidentally had this underneath the small hole because this is the long, and punched at the same time. That's funny because she did mention that not very long ago in one of her tutorials. Okay. Of course, we have a doily in here. These are from Denise at a tattered dream. This is a greeting card. I use these envelopes, I think, to make our little books that I did a demo on not very long ago. Our little books made out of two envelopes. And so I just stenciled on it, and I stenciled the inside as well. That's a blank page. It's another, the center of our signature with a 5-hole. I did nothing with the strings. This is another part of the knitting magazine. It is old. It is real. This is the bottom part. You can journal on this. The bottom part of that big tag. Now, this is a pocket that I made a long time ago. I think Yvonne, she made these. These are envelopes, folded envelopes. I did this a little different where there wasn't a gap, and I also covered it, of course, with the pattern paper. I sewed all around it with zigzag stitch. I made the flower. I used lace at the bottom, and then the little leaf trim on the roll. I got a Hobby Lobby. The lace I got at Hobby Lobby. I made the flower with oh, I forget what it is behind it. Anyway, it is. You know what it is. This is a pocket that I made out of book paper. Very easy to make. And then it's just not a pocket. It's an envelope. Just fold it down. Then I zigzagged around it so you can put whatever in it. And I left the strings on it. If whoever gets this doesn't want the strings, they can certainly cut them off. And this is just another one of those little tags with the long string that you could journal on, and that fits down in there. Love these pockets. I made a ton of them, and I did some embellishing there. There's another, the back part of the doily. there is book paper, and there's the back part of our signature. This is the, what do we got here? One, two, three, four. This is our 5th signature. And there again, it has a hidden paper clip that I made on the money tubes. It also has a tab with a grommet. And when you open it up, this is part of the knitting bag. This is a part, this is blank coffee dyed paper with a doily, blank, blank. This is another one of the policy envelopes. This is blank. Now this is another one of, it says nothing can dim the light that shines from within, and it's by May Angelou, Angelou, and it's, oh, there we go. And I copy those off, and I cut them out. I have a pair of scissors. It's kind of like you tear. I used to always tear, but if you don't tear them with the grain and blah blah blah, so I just use the scissors, and then I distress it with the ink. This is the center of our signature. It has a grommet pen. It has a ball pen, and it has one of Tim's little metal enhances the story. I have put, this is Tim Holz's die as well. And this was, I typed this out, this journal, cut it out on coffee dyed paper and stuck it, glued it down. Blank for journaling, blank. This is blank. This is a pocket. I cut the ends off this policy envelope. I love these little envelopes, and I got that. I don't know. eBay, not eBay. I think I got them. I bought them. I didn't got them. I bought them off of Amazon. Coffee dyed paper, blank, blank, doily. Now this is a digital download of Nick the Buck Smith. She provided for. Well, no, she didn't. I bought these. She put some new things up, and these are hers. There's the back page of the crochet book. There's a piece of something. And there is the back part of the signature. This is our 6th signature, and it also, there again, is encased in Tim Holtz paper. It has a tab with a grommet, and when you open it, this is the card, one of the greeting cards, and there's this flying by to say hi. I stamped, I don't know if you can, I stenciled, but I also stamped, says flying by to say hi. And then we have some blank paper, some ledger paper that you could journal on, book page, blank, doily. It's inside of our signature. There's a lot of blank pages with a book page. Here's another page that you could, ledger's page, blank, blank, and here's the back part of that large tag, and that is the back signature. This is our 7th and last signature, and there again, it's encased in Tim's paper. Boy, I had that, sorry, silk. It finally quit shedding, I think, but I have it everywhere. Oh, come on. Okay, our 7th signature, there again, it's encased in Tim's paper. It has a tab with a grommet. You open it up. Here's one of Edith Holden's, blank, blank. Here's another saying. It says, the author was unknown one day or day one. It's your decision. That's so profound. There we got blank papers. It seems like we go further in the back, the blanker again. Here's another one of the this is the this is the center of our last signature, and this is one of the code numbers that Nick has come up with, and I told the story of how I derived it. I just love them, and she uses them a lot, and how I derived it. Mine, it's a long, I put that on. I'm not going to go through it again today. Look at this. I can't get rid of it. But anyway, it's the policy envelope. It's the center of our last signature, and I've also done some stenciling. I left these. You can close these up, whoever gets this, because I'm going to put this on my uh, Etsy shop. I have a new Etsy shop, and then also on capturedonpaper.com. So you can fill these with, and I cut a thumbful here, and then here it's got a little, you can put a photo out like a little photo book uh, that goes in here. I thought I had two of those. I don't know, maybe not. So we turn, oh, here is our last, I think our last pocket. I made this pocket as well. It's just paper, book paper folded. I cornered it and made a corner pocket. Zigzagged, as you could see, all the way around it. Put some cheesecloth and a flower down. And then I filled it with, this is a download that I put on the dictionary paper is from Nick the Booksmith, I believe. And this is from, I think, Tracy, but I'm not sure. So I put them together, made a tag that goes down in there. This is an Edith, no, this is a, I think this is a Mrs. Coggs, I think. That goes in there. And this, I love these. This is a tea bag. Now, this was made or demonstrated. There's a demo from Nick the Booksmith. She made these. They are so easy and they are so cute. This is made out of Tim Holtz book paper. You make the you make the tea bag. It's just like a tea bag. And then this little tea bag tag is from a Stampin' Up punch that I have that is shaped like the tags on a tea, and then just run some twine through there and glued it down. I think they're darling, but Nick the Booksmith has a demo on making these. They're so clever, and I just stuck that down in our pocket. This is the back part. This is a Nick's download, and there's a blank page, Edith Holden, and there is the back of our last signature. This is just my deal. I did not put a pocket or anything on the back. Here's the grommet where I run the sorry silk through. I did do some stenciling on it, and when you turn it, this is just plain. And of course the spine is plain other than the lace running all the way through. The lace is folded under and caught here. And then we tie it up, of course, with our sari silk. I left it long. Whoever gets this, I like them long and fluffy and on and on and on. You can certainly cut it down. It's pretty long. I'm sorry. It's pretty long. But there it is. There it is. There is our new spine, 2 1/4, 5 by 9, 168 pages more or less, 7 signatures. And it's all fabric except the inside lining, which is Tim Holtz paper, Graphic 45 paper, which is a good, heavy, sturdy paper. I'm going to put this on. I have a new Etsy shop. I think I have, I know I put up a new video on YouTube introducing my new Etsy shop. It's called Book Art Design, all one word, capital BOOK, capital ART, capital DESIGN, and that is on Etsy. And then I'm also going to put it on capturedonpaper.com. That's one word as well, capturedonpaper.com. I'm going to put them on both, and when it sells on one, I'll remove it from the other, vice versa. If you have any questions, please contact me. I'd appreciate it. I appreciate a thumbs up. I usually, mention that, but and if you haven't subscribed, I do have a marvelous group of followers, but I would appreciate that as well. And a comment down below. I'd like to do a giveaway because I have a substantial amount of followers, and I need to have enough on the chat, or you call it a comment section, not chat, to pull enough to do a giveaway. So think about that. I will be posting this on YouTube within the next hour, and I will be posting this by tomorrow. I have to take a lot of photos and do some things such as that to download it on both captured on paper and on Etsy. I can get it on Etsy faster than captured on paper. I put it on Etsy myself. Captured on paper, we have a gal that adds all the new stuff that's on there. On capturedonpaper.com, when you pull that up, there's a whole litany of items. There's people that sell lots of things on there, not only books, but all kinds of crafting paraphernalia. But if in the search part, there's a search bar across the right upper side. If you type in my name, Gwen, and search, it'll bring up my page. I think I got about 9 books on there, so that you can see. Now the new ones pop up right away for a while, but then they, and as I say, across the top, there's different tabs that you can push for different type things, and there is one to push for books and older things like that. So that's all I have today. I am in process of making another small soft cover, probably one signature book. I've never made. I've been watching. All I do is watch YouTube. I watched Gail and I watched Nick make these Franken pages, and I never made one. Well, I made one today, and I was going to use it for something else, and it come out pretty heavy because I used cardstock, tense paper, various things, and then I put it on a piece of heavier paper. So the upshot is it came out heavier than I planned. So it's 8.5 by 11. I folded it in half, and I'm going to use it as a binding, as a book cover. So I'm going to make that and use one signature, and then I'm going to post that, and I may add that. All my books that I've added on YouTube and Etsy are larger type books, but I've got some smaller ones I might add as well. In closing, thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great rest of your weekend. This is Saturday evening. And Happy New Year to everybody. If I didn't say that or I haven't been on since New Year's, I don't know. I can't recall. So have a great rest of your year. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me.